RAHEEM, welcome.
Thank you.
How is it to wear the Feyenoord shirt?
Yeah, no, it's good. Feels good to finally put it on. Very, very nice colours.
Can you take me back to the first moment Feyenoord became an option in your head?
Yeah, no, like with everything you're having conversations with teams, of course, when someone like Robin wants to speak to you, I think you always have to, answer that phone call. And yeah, it's just having dialogue with each other and having a feeling of each other and understanding what each other kind of need. And I think that dialogue started initially, and then you can myself personally could feel what person Robin was and what football club this is. So I think after that, for me, it becomes it's easy after that.
Yeah.
I think it's not a very hard decision. Football's about feelings, and I think I just had a very good feeling.
Yeah, and is it that your visions of football align, or also maybe outside the pitch?
Yeah, exactly. Your visions of football align.
You spoke to him. Did you already speak about what kind of role he sees you having in the team?
Yeah, as I said, those are conversations, like I said, with him, and his expression was just always to try and help, support, like anything. And with the experience he's had, he understands certain scenarios and situations that players need. And he's only been here for a couple of hours, and you can see exactly how he handles his players and cares. And I think that was definitely one of the main reasons of coming here, is having that relation with your manager and team.
Yeah, because you also played against him.
Yeah,
You're playing under him.
yeah.
Good memories of that.
Many years ago. Yeah, many years ago. Again, he's a top professional, and in England, he's regarded as, if not one of the best strikers ever. So no, it's an honor.
Yeah, you say it was an easy decision. I mean, coming from the Premier League to the Eredivisie is not something that happens a lot. Why was it easy in that sense?
Because as I said, football's a feeling. It's like, you can speak to people, you can speak to clubs, you can, and for me, it's not about the league or whatnot. It's the feeling of, now I feel like that's where I feel like I can, enjoy my football, and that's as simple as it is.
What did you know about Feyenoord beforehand?
That the fans are very, very, very passionate, and they live and die by this club. So yeah, yeah.
Yeah, is that something you like and you like to play for?
Yeah, no, I think it kind of gives me a similar feeling of like Anfield. I can feel that it's that sort of like football club, that they're very close to their club, and they live for this football club, and you can feel it. You can hear it when you're watching the games. And I was watching all highlights of games and stuff. You can see the passion, the emotion, and I think that's something that drives teams and drives players to do better. So for sure.
Are you a player that starts watching videos on YouTube, trying to get some sense of what's going on here and how it is to play in front of the fans?
Yeah, I said, like anything, you have to understand the people. You have to understand that you're coming to their football club, so you have to understand their reality, and you have to get the feel for that. And that's something that I'm very passionate about, is making sure that I can have that connection with the fans.
Before you even landed, there were a lot of supporters already waiting for you.
Yeah, no, I said I'm very very, as I said, you can tell that that's what I'm saying about this football club. It is passion, and people live and breathe for this football club, and they go up and beyond. So that is football, and you can see that is what this football club means to the fans.
What are your personal objectives in the remaining of the season here?
My personal objectives is to come in, really get to a level that I know I can get to, and be of a help to the team, and as much as I can, and that's with my productivity and hopefully creativity as well.
Can you tell me about your role you might have outside the pitch? Because we have a lot of young players, you have a lot of experience playing big games and fighting for titles and stuff. Do you see yourself being involved a lot in teaching the things you've learned?
My position is not to come and teach it. You can see by meeting the boys today, that it's a good group of boys. It's a professional team. And mine is just, as I said, is sharing experiences and bouncing off each other and creating a good environment. And I think that's the only way, you know, when football matches is having a good environment with your teammates and pushing each other.
Okay, thank you, Raheem, and we can't wait to see you play.
No, thank you.